And Arvind Panagariya, the Vice-Chairman of Niti Aayog, has resigned, bringing an end to his 2.5-year-old stint. Reports say Panagariya wants to return to Columbia University to teach again. He was handpicked by Prime Minister Modi to join Niti Aayog after its creation. Niti Aayog was created as an attempt to keep policy development in sync with the changing times and requirements of a rising India. So clearly, it could be a big jolt to economic policies of a government of India. Arvind Panagariya has been working as Vice-Chairman of Niti Aayog, the think tank behind India's major policies. While he has resigned today, and that has not come as a good news for India and its policies, it would somehow dent India's policies, the way India is growing and the way India is going. He was personally handpicked by Prime Minister Modi and called from USA to assist him in his policies. So his going would remain a mystery. His going and leaving office, so surprisingly, would be a mystery. And we are joined by our political editor, Kartikeya Sharma, for more on this. Good evening to you, Kartikeya. First of all, what reasons we could say have emerged as Arvind Panagariya's sudden move to US?
See, the sources are saying that he wants to teach, and I'll again give you the reference of Raghuram Rajan. It was speculated at that point of time that he couldn't see eye to eye with the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, and there was pressure from the central government on the issue of demonetization and other things. Hence, he left. But later, it came to know that the government had already offered him a sort of a 3-year contract, which any deputy governor of RBI does. But Raghuram Rajan could not commit himself for those 3 years. If you occupy the top office of Reserve Bank of India, then there is a minimum commitment which any central government wants, because it's an autonomous institution. The people who occupy the top offices of RBI or Backward Commission or Minority Commission cannot be removed just like that. They have to be impeached by the Parliament, because these are the institutions made by the Act of Parliament. So in this case, my understanding is that he probably wants to teach there. And anyway, Niti Aayog is not in that avatar of, you would be knowing that, Sumit, of Planning Commission. Planning Commission under Montek Singh Ahluwalia, and earlier, for example, K.C. Pant when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, or even, and even before that, was a far more powerful institution. Planning Commission in 1950s came into existence because Jawaharlal Nehru believed there has to be planned economy. And Planning Commission gave some sort of interference to the Prime Minister office into the functioning of the Finance Ministry. So you have to understand the political origins of this economic mechanism. But a lot of people by 90s were of the opinion that you really don't need to tell the state where to invest your money or where to allocate your money. It far more than trying to plan, it was acting as a hurdle. So came the concept of Niti Aayog, advisory, tactical, create papers, create working groups,
absolutely,
and think of future. So I think Mr. Panagariya must have realized that he has done the job, because Niti Aayog is not that huge mechanism anymore. You go to what today Niti Aayog or then Planning Commission is, and with so many empty rooms, you'll see that. Earlier it used to be a parking space of retired bureaucrats. I'm using harsh words, but that's the fact of the matter.
Kartikeya, one more question from you. Niti Aayog is currently working on a lot of economic policies as well as recent events like Air India divestment. How will they be impacted after Arvind Panagariya quits? Though it has a CEO also, Amitabh Kant, but we see from the last 2 years was playing an instrumental role. So how these policies will be impacted?
Well, I would say that power abhors vacuum. And in this case, I don't see that, India is bereft of talent, that, it cannot replace Arvind Panagariya. This is something which happens in high places. That, what will happen if Sam Pitroda would leave? Sam Pitroda left, but the revolution remained. What will happen if Raghuram Rajan goes? Or what will happen if Shiv Shankar Menon, would leave? Indian governmental machinery is huge. There is a lot of talent. But what is lacking is opportunity. So, is someone's exit is someone's opportunity, Sumit.
All right, thank you, Kartikeya, for getting us all these details. It could be really a big blow to India's economic policies. And Arvind Panagariya, the Vice-Chairman of, we can say that, Niti Aayog, has quit.